Thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you have enjoyed my previous videos and you'd like to see more videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and you can even hit the subscription bell to get notifications of weekly published videos. Thank you so much. So, loving yourself is the biggest revolution you will ever come across in your life, and loving yourself is kind of confusing because people always say, in order to be happy, you need to love yourself. But what does that actually mean? So loving yourself means you are choosing wisely for yourself. You are choosing good options for yourself throughout your life. Harder to do, easier to say, definitely. So your 20s, I feel, are your learning curve moment in life. You have to try and test different paths of life in your 20s in order to find what you want from life. Now, I knew what I wanted from a very young age, but I had no clue how to get what I wanted. Absolutely no idea. So I kind of just prodded along in my late teens, early 20s, trying to find how to get hold of what I wanted for my life. Even though I knew what I wanted, I didn't know how to get there. So your 20s are your learning curve of what to do or what not to do to get where you want to be in life. And for example, being a wife was something that I just knew I really wanted to do. I wanted to share my life with someone. I'm quite emotionally private, so I struggle to connect with people on a very deep emotional level. So I knew that I couldn't just be with anyone. I had to be with somebody that understood that part of me. So, and I also knew that I wanted to have a certain lifestyle and to live in a certain type of house and do certain type of work. And I knew that I wanted to have a family of pets, and I knew that I wasn't someone who was massively keen on having children. So therefore I chose somebody that was happy to accept all that. So I chose wisely for myself and who understood the lifestyle that I would like in the future. And still 9 years later, I'm still with that very special person, and we are married and celebrating our 5th wedding anniversary very soon. I'm very excited about it. And you have to choose wisely for yourself, and that is loving yourself. And I have to put myself first before everyone else. And the reason for that, or how to do that, is to give to yourself first and then give to others. And what I mean by that is, make sure if you are someone, you have a set amount of finances in your bank and you've got people needing money or wanting to borrow money from you, make sure you have enough for yourself first to keep up with your living costs and some in your savings before you lend any money or give any money to anyone else around you. So that's what I mean, is take care of yourself first. With certain things in life, you just have to do that. Of course, I'm not a parent. Parents have to put their children first, but this is a different situation. This is for somebody who wants to truly start loving themselves and doesn't know how to do that. And I can tell you, as someone who had a mother growing up who was not always mentally healthy, if she worked on developing her mental health and stabilizing herself first and giving to herself first, she would have been a lot stronger as a parent and probably would have been a lot more stable. And this is something that I always say, is that you need to serve yourself first and then serve others second, which is actually not a selfish thing, it's a necessary thing. So understand that. When I was younger, in my late teens, I was probably far too generous and far too loving and far too giving. And I realized I was getting trampled on by a lot of former friends. And this is because I have a natural nature to nurture things, hence why I love my fluffy animals. I've got a bunny and a cat. But that wasn't always choosing wisely for myself. I was so focused on trying to help other people. I was so focused on giving more to others than I was to myself. I would give more time to other people than time to benefit myself. Another way you can love yourself is get yourself in such a healthy mindset. Get yourself in such a healthy routine. So by that I mean your day-to-day activities. Ask yourself, are your day-to-day activities getting you closer to being a healthier version of you? Because a healthier version of you is always going to lead to a happier version of you. So ask yourself that every single day. Is what I'm doing today, or has what I've been doing today, has that led me to be a healthier version of myself every single day? There was a time in my life when I was in my early 20s and I really struggled with suicidal depression. I was very thin and very frail, and I was doing everything that was probably worse for myself rather than helping myself in some ways. Thankfully, I had a lot of help and support to pull me through a very, very dark time, and I had a few family members that were incredibly supportive and professional medical support as well, which I cannot be more thankful for. And that really helped me focus on myself and care more about myself and less about caring to help other people with neglecting myself. You can care about other people, but make sure you are not neglecting yourself in the process. That's extremely important. That's what it means to love yourself. And also, if you're someone, you are in a long-term relationship, a meaningful relationship, not necessarily long-term, but you're hoping for it to be long-term, love yourself enough to respect and value yourself as well as that other person. Love yourself enough to not do irresponsible things in that relationship. Even if you are asked to by your partner, love yourself enough to say no, thank you. I respect myself and I respect other people. You do not have to agree with somebody who is doing something wrong. I've seen this happen so many times to a lot of females around me who will do illegal things because that's what their boyfriends at the time are doing. And if they're not comfortable with it, why are they doing it? And I've had people try and steer me the wrong way, and I say, you know what? These are my values. These are my intentions for my life. And I am going to stick with that. Having your values and knowing your values is part of loving yourself. I've actually done a video on this, so I will post that link below. But just remember, loving yourself isn't necessarily consistently complimenting yourself. Loving yourself is giving yourself the healthiest life possible. That means physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I hope you guys are taking the steps necessary to love yourself a little bit more every single day. Take care, guys, and don't forget to subscribe.